couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Oklahoma State Cowboys and the Houston Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Cougars head coach told me this is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. He'll bring it out. It's Drake. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll run this play from the pistol. Motion from the wide receiver. He leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Out wide right, it's Thomas. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. In the red area, it's Sanford. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a crease. It's Hughes. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. From deep, it's Barnes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Inside, it's Hawkins. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Wants to go up top on second down. Out wide left, it's Green. Ripped off the huge chunk play all the way to the 31-yard line. They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? Gonna run it. It's Hawkins. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Hits the hole. It's Hughes. Still on his feet at the 25. He's loose down the left side. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Snap on first down, wants to throw. In traffic, it's Hawkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Taken in on the right side by Coleman. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Looking for space. It's Hawkins. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off-play action. Rushes on. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Right down the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
Wilson. Tells the run, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Long way to go on second down. Looking for space. It's Hughes. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Face the grab. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Straight ahead, it's Hughes. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any...
Snags it, and he's open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Houston wants to play fast.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hughes. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Sets his feet. It's Wigman. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
Running inside, it's Hawkins. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Cowboys looking to convert on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Throws it off the RPO. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Fires to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Makes a connection. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. They have just 3 measly points on the board, but trying to cobble a little something together here before halftime.
Yeah, make something happen. And listen, if I'm this defense, I want to keep them right where they're at. Done a great job all game keeping them in check. Don't let them get some cheap points going into the half, get momentum, and start feeling confident about themselves.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run him again. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side is Coleman. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone.
And that's this guy's 3rd catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing. And as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick give. It's Hawkins. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout taken now by Oklahoma State. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Cowboys come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They want to throw it. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the fourth down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And it's right down the boulevard. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Timeout Houston, their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Right side, it's Thomas. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fresh set of downs going up top. Going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with Arizona State taking on the number 11 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's the Sun Devils with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And talk about a great start to the season. This team is now 6-0 with big aspirations. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. Under pressure. Out wide left, it's Coleman. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Gain of 25 on the play.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need...
He's got it inside the 25. Speeding down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cowboys!
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
They opt to go for two to try to tie it up right now. He wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. He's into the end zone. Two-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. They'll snag it just inside the 10. And the returner will be brought down. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety.
That is exactly what the defense was hoping for. Down close to the end zone, they bring the all-out blitz. They've got numbers, they've got people shooting gaps, and they didn't give the offense a second to even think. They were swarmed and surrounded, getting that safety.
So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. Trying to make one miss.
Arizona brings it out to the 28, and the Oklahoma State offense will take over. First and 10.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Hits inside, it's Hawkins. They open the lane and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to throw for it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
Now inside the 20, first and 10 from the 18. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Tough run here, it's Sanford.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. On the run, it's Sanford. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Brought down right at the 10, and this defense keeps him away from the first down line. But will they go for it on fourth down? The Cowboys will use their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Cougars will come to the line to convert on fourth down. A designed run for the quarterback. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2. Can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical. Got to break tackles. Got to go through people. Whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Houston! And that one will give them the lead. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Coming out with it, it's Barnes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Leaves it in his belly. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Sells to fake. Throws to the tight end. That's caught. It's Green. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. He'll try to do it himself. Got room at the 35. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Keeping his eyes downfield. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. On the left side, here's Coleman. Makes the grab, but down immediately. He picks up a few. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the 4th. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. There he goes.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W. Finds a crease. It's Hughes. Runs for the tackle.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Just feeds the running back. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Good enough for first down.
Both these teams unbeaten in conference play, and the shape of the race will unfold here in the final moments. Sells the run, looking to pass. Left side, it's McGarry. At the 20, he's got space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Both of these teams off to perfect starts in conference play, and one trying to stay atop the heap. Trying to slip through and pick it up. And he's in! Touchdown, Cougar! They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Stepping to the right. Trying to escape and get it himself. At midfield, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Cowboys will hustle to the line.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
2nd and long here. Selling the fake. Fires to the right. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down. trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
He's brought down, couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get it.
And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field, and anything can happen, right, in football, and you can catch breaks, and so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Down 2 scores in the 4th, the defense did its job to get the ball back, and now the offense has to make it pay off. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up
a shot toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! Lining up for the PAT. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oklahoma State, 22. Number 60, set to kick it off.
He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse.
Wide room to the right. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Timeout taken now by Oklahoma State. That's their second. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? One more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Now a timeout called by the Cowboys, and they will have no more. That's their third. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Quarterback will keep it. He's got the first down, and they'll be able to run it out from here.
And you You see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
He's got the first down. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Turning it on. The 20. He's at the touchdown Cougars. And they take it in for 6 more points. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0. Here comes the 2-point try. Sends it back in motion. Direct snap. It's Hughes. He's brought down, not even close to the goal line, and that 2-point conversion attempt goes awry.
That is the score. Houston, 34. Oklahoma State, 22.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
The one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
And this is a tough spot for this offense, man. They've got to create some explosive plays, and the defense knows it. They're backing up. They're playing really, really conservative. Man, you're down 2 scores. You got to find some plays over the middle of the field, wherever. You just got to chew up some grass and get in scoring position.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where's the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
The give on 4th down. Looking for room at the 25. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. He's looking to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw one first. He wants a big play here late. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And this defense is doing exactly what I would do. Like, bring in more DBs, like rush the passer and play the pass. So how is this offense going to take advantage, make some plays, because they've got to do it now.
Reels it in. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. How much fun was that?
I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit.